Hi, this is Roland Charles from PMI JCM Realty Group, where we manage properties from an asset management perspective. So today what we want to talk about is, how do you find properties in a booming market, right? Like, when we're in a bull market and, it's a seller's market and, properties are selling like hotcakes. How do you identify, good properties, strong rental properties, strong properties overall? Uh, that's not always the easy thing to do, right? So what I wanted to do today is provide you 5 resources to help you find the best rental properties to invest in. So the first tip that I'm going to give you is the first resource is you want to make sure that you are taking every opportunity to canvas neighborhoods for good properties. There are some properties that are in neighborhoods that are appreciating, like Uptown. And there's some properties that the properties are in neighborhoods that are depreciating. And I'm not going to disparage any neighborhoods by I'm saying which neighborhoods that I feel are appreciating, but I definitely will talk to you about the properties or neighborhoods that I think properties will appreciate. And so um, the best way to identify, where properties are appreciating at is to look at, the census tract, because you can see um, where people are moving to, right? And by looking at where people are moving to, you know where areas are going to grow, right? You can also go to your local Chamber of Commerce and your local um, Bureau of Labor Statistics to get first-hand information on what areas are getting a lot of people moving to them, because generally those areas that are booming are the areas where you're going to find that they're good rental properties. Now, those rental properties, depending on the market and where in the cycle it is, may be a lot more expensive. But if you get there, if you get to those areas in the beginning, right, on the ground level, like they like to say, you'll have a better chance of getting a good property in a good area that's going to be appreciating over time. And I will say it again, the Uptown area is one of those areas right now. And if you want more information about Uptowns beyond the scope of this video, I can definitely give you more information. And you can reach out to me at rcharles@pmijcmrealty.com. And you can also contact me at 813-333-9617. And just for clarity, we're talking about Uptown Tampa. Now, the second thing is you need to start harnessing, the power of the best listing sources. Right now, Zillow is very popular in Trulia, right? And I think Trulia is owned by Zillow. Multiple listing service is a good place if you have a relationship with a real estate agent, which you should. You'll be able to get access to that. You want to look at sites like LoopNet, auction.com, propertyshark.com. Those are all good resources that will help you identify good properties in an appreciating market on the cheap. So definitely look into those resources as a as good platforms to leverage to identify those properties. Next, you want to look at community and educational sources, right? You want to make sure that you're taking the time to look at social media groups, including ours. We have a very strong social media group, and we work with the RIAs in our area to keep our hands on the pulse of the market. So join our group, join other RIA groups within the markets that you're in, and share ideas with your fellow investors. Um, I go to a lot of networking events and I get a lot of free education from organizations like BMI, NARPM, CAI, all of the great areas, organizations to get education from, but also to network with other property managers that are going to be able to let you know and provide you insights into what trends that they're seeing in the market. You can compare notes and make sure you have the best understanding about what's happening in the market, but also if there are any deals that are coming down the pipeline that are not posted yet, that are not listed, you'll also have that information as well. So, you have the Chamber of Commerce, which I mentioned before. You have tourism sites, economic development centers. Tampa Innovation Project is one of those groups that you can work with to get a sense of what's happening in the market. You want to sign up for charitable events or charitable groups like Habitat for Humanity. All of those are great resources that will help you identify good properties that are not as expensive during a booming market. And you need to make sure that you network where it matters, right? There are groups like BNI, right? Making sure that you have a good, strong networking group that you network with is important. You can join like Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets is a great group to be in. Now, it's not really a networking group. It's more of a technological platform for real estate investors, but you can network very strong on there. And there are a lot of good, strong investors on there that can help you. Active Rain is another good platform for you to be on. So make sure that you're taking the opportunity to network. You have Deal Machine, which is another great networking group. But locally, online, and industry specific networking is always great. LinkedIn is another great place to find some networking partners. So make sure you take the time to identify some good, strong networking partners and make sure you network where it matters. The fifth and final tip is talk to a property manager, right? We always come across different properties, different deals, because we are plugged in and we have our network. And the best way to identify good resources or good properties is to, talk to people that deal with them all the time. So real estate agents are good resources, property managers are good resources. And if you're looking to scale, having those connections is what you need to be able to scale, right? And don't forget rental attorneys that deal with HOA and real estate closings. All of those are a great opportunity. So make sure you're using the best rental resources, starting with a property manager, right? Because we are very close to the rental market. Having the right tools and partnerships for the job will ensure long-term investment property success. Let us help you find the best rental properties out there and chart your path to financial freedom. We help you stay ahead of the investment curve and aware of the latest trends right here in the Tampa metro market. If this particular topic is impactful to you or has inspired you to learn more about our resources, sign up for our free webinar where we help you discover strategies on how to streamline your rental property management for maximum growth. Not only will we talk about this topic, but we also talk about how to guarantee your rent even if the tenant doesn't pay. Just that alone is groundbreaking. And we have a lot more topics that we'll talk to you about as well. How to show properties without having to waste gas, right? So, I mean, I've shown a property 10 times in a day and haven't driven to the property once, right? And there are very good ways, safe and creative ways to do that. And we'll talk to you about that as well in the webinar. So join the webinar. The link is going to be on this article. You can additionally find answers by joining our Facebook group. We can connect and you can identify and work with other rental property owners that can provide you tips and tricks on how to increase your ROI and have ROI success. And when you have specific ideas or questions that are more in depth, you need a tailored response, schedule a meeting on my calendar. We'd be more than happy to help. You can reach me directly at rcharles@pmijcmrealty.com. You can also reach me by calling me directly at 813-333-9617. Thank you again for listening and do have a great day.